Welcome to Board Game Archaeologists. We play time-worn games from the past. I'm Hunter.
I'm Rob.
And welcome to 2022. We want to kick it off with M.A.S.K.
M.A.S.K. from 1985. This is M.A.S.K, the Raid and Rescue game by Parker Brothers. It's made for 2 to 4 players, ages 6 to 12, and it's based on a toy line that came out before this, and there's also a cartoon based on this too, and comic books. I used to work and own a comic shop, and they used to have comics of this too.
The goal of the game is you have to help the Mobile Armored Strike Command, or M.A.S.K, defeat V.E.N.O.M, the vicious evil network of mayhem, by taking back the supercars, or super vehicles, or duplicates of Bunker Hill. The first to get 5 wins.
Yep, and the game comes with a deck of cards, and those cards come out with super vehicles. You'll find super vehicles in there, and there's multiple different vehicles from the Piranha and a number of other ones. There's the M.A.S.K card, V.E.N.O.M card, and the Boulder Hill Bunker cards.
To get started, everybody picks their own character, rather the blue, red, green, or yellow card there. And from there, people roll, for example, 1 die is fine. Whoever rolls highest goes first, and it goes left from there. The goal is to get to these V.E.N.O.M points at the corners and pick up cards naturally from the board like that, or by landing on a player. You do not have to go by exact count. You can always undershoot what you roll. And so that's a huge part of it. Always makes you available to other players.
It is. And it's really important that if you're going to go, so in my deck, I got my 4 cards and I got lucky. I got a pair. So my pair are going to go up. So I need 5 of these pair to win, or that and a Bunker Boulder Hill card pair too. So if I get 5 of those, I win. So now that they're visible, if Hunter rolls next, and I only made it to here, I only had a 3, I really can't do anything there, but now he can roll and he can go any direction. So if he gets a 3, he can land on me and draw out of my hand. And I don't get to draw another card until I get to the V.E.N.O.M spots.
And alternatively, since I have a V.E.N.O.M card, I can play it from anywhere, and I can take the duplicate of whatever vehicle he has out available. And so if I take this, I can try to, but if he has a M.A.S.K card, it counters the V.E.N.O.M card, locking it on your side and making it so no one can attempt the theft again.
Yep, and then he doesn't have to land on me. You can just do that anytime you have a V.E.N.O.M card in your hand.
And yeah, the first person to get those 5 pairs of vehicles wins. And there are points when these vehicles come in handy. For example, with the Switchblade, you have it's that blue color that corresponds with the map. So if you ever land on one of these blue tiles, for only 1 move, you can move to any of the other blue tiles, which is really good for evading players or furthering your own goals of getting more cards.
Right, and the Boulder Hill Bunker card, say that 20 times fast, is this middle area where the grays are. So if you land on a gray, the next turn, if you have a pair of these, you can start on any of the other gray ones your next turn. So you just basically get to jump over and be in a different realm for your next turn. And that's if you have a pair of your Bunker Hill Boulder cards.
But yeah, can be a relatively ruthless game sometimes. But in the kid version is very simple in the sense that if you took everything we kind of said, but you reduce it to everyone picks something, everyone gets 3 cards, and then from there, and they're always face up. Everyone knows like what you have. And you move with 1 die, and you only use the color, squares. And the first person to 3 pairs wins.
Right.
There's elements of it that are simpler, but ignoring the white tiles is a weird choice.
Definitely more confusing.
But what did you think of it?
I liked it. I thought it was super easy to really learn. All you got to do, I love it when the whole instruction sheet is right here, where you're not reading a book. It's all pretty much straightforward there. We didn't have a lot of questions like we normally do. We usually will go, what are they meaning by this? But by the time you actually play a couple rounds of it, it's all pretty straightforward and fairly fun to do. It can be pretty ruthless if somebody's just chasing you and stealing your cards constantly, because you're really not getting cards all the time. You have to wait until you get to the V.E.N.O.M corners to get a card. But again, you get to stop. You don't have to take your full count. You can stop at 3 instead of 5.
Yeah.
So it's easier to get on spots or land on another player. And that's where the magic cards come in handy, is being able to stay away from other people. I think that's more important than almost going somewhere. It's to stay
Yeah.
away from other people.
You can make it more profitable to stay in one location, because if you have the the blue, I'm not going to be able to
Right.
effectively chase you in that area. You're going to have an advantage, so I have to go and do something
Right.
else.
As an artist, I want to make a point. I think it's interesting that it's not your primary colors on the board. It's kind of like a light sky green blue and kind of a
Cyan.
fadey orange and like a lemon or a brighter green. It's not like the primary colors that they definitely did with the cars, which are fairly cheap, especially when you're talking super vehicles, and they give you a cheap little teeny rectangular car that in 3D printing world we could do much better. What did you think?
I really like the art. A lot of the elements of the game I like. It's very simple in a way that honestly I feel like teaching a kid the whole game is going to be just as easy as teaching them the smaller version.
Right, and it's funny because the colors remind me more of Chutes and Ladders than it does like a game.
Yeah,
game.
don't play with colorblind people maybe, but once you, because it is very kind of like self-evident once you kind of like figure out, it's like, oh yeah, if I have blue vehicle, I can jump around on the blue spaces. Like, and then it really kind of, I think it's a game that picks up fast. So in the beginning, it's easy to, keep someone pinned.
Right.
Because you're always going to be moving within a very like reduced amount. But once you start getting the vehicles out there, things kind of pick up in speed. So, you can get away from people quicker, you can get more cards faster. So it's a very fast increase.
And you can level the game up many different ways. You can add, instead of 5, make it 6. You can make it easier by going 4 or 3 just in a normal game if you want a quick 10-minute game or something like that. Super easy for kids to learn. It's kind of a really good opener and origin to those card games that you have to know your cards kind of to play them correctly, because 90% of the games I feel are made today really rely a lot on cards and play that way.
Yeah, and I really like how few moving pieces there are to this game. There's just this, and the cards. And there's really only kind of 3 different cards. And so it's very useful.
It is.
But thanks for watching.
Yeah, and if you want to know more about us, check us out on our Facebook page. Also check us out on our web page, toyarchaeology.com. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, share it with your friends.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.